Good morning, Crystal. My name is Reese. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Before we do get into any discussion today, I just want to let you know that our conversation is confidential, unless I feel that there's a need that you may hurt yourself or somebody else, and then I would have to report it. Another thing that I would like to address is that, in looking at some of the information that you provided to us, I do notice that we're of a different ethnic background. How do you feel about this? Do you have any concerns?
No, not really. I feel fine.
Okay, so you feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. So, tell me a little bit about what brings you in here today.
Well, I'm feeling a bit stressed. I am almost 6 months pregnant, and my boyfriend, he's on trial for first-degree burglary.
Okay.
And I believe without a doubt, I believe with no doubt in my mind that he didn't do it. I mean, he has a strong alibi and everything, but I'm just worried that it might not go well and he might have to serve time for it.
So what you're saying is that, he's up for trial for first-degree burglary, and you feel that he's innocent, so you're kind of concerned about that?
Yeah, just because, he's taken a lie detector test before it, came back positive. He was working the day that it happened, as, all his co-workers at that time, wrote an alibi for him, but his lawyer is now telling him that he has a hard solicitor against him, and he may have to serve some time for it.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So he's taken a lie detector test and has an alibi. He was at work that day, and he possibly still may be convicted for it.
Yeah, and it's really stressed me out because I can't imagine raising our baby girl and him not being there.
Definitely.
So
I can't even begin to imagine what that would feel like, just to, be a single parent, until he were to get out. So I'm sure the thought of that is really difficult for you.
it's very difficult.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I know it's really getting under his skin.
Under his skin?
Yeah, I can tell that he's like short-tempered, and he's like, I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, I'm just stressing, and I feel bad because I don't know what I can do for him other than be there for him as much as possible. I've never been through something like that, and I think it's the fact that the every day that passes, it's just getting a little bit harder for him because he requested for a speedy trial, but at the earliest they can do it is 2013. The latest is 2014. And, he's like, I'm ready to get it over with. You know, he's like, I did nothing wrong. I'm tired. I mean, it's even affected him. It's even affected him job-wise, because it's pending.
Yeah.
So a lot of places won't hire him. I mean, he is currently working, which is great, but he was struggling there for a while trying to get another job. So
Yeah, it seems like it's affecting you, him, and you're being that you're pregnant and you're due soon, just kind of a concern for all of you, huh?
Yeah, it's very, very, very overwhelming. And I know it's not good to stress when when you're pregnant, but that's all I've been doing.
I can see that you're a bit stressed. Yeah.
I think what worries me so much is I know what it feels like, to grow up without, my real dad, and I know he'll be a great father, and he deserves to be in his child's life, and the thought of, the thought of him not being there just kills me.
Yeah. I can see the pain behind your eyes when you talk about that, yeah.
It is. I feel myself getting emotional.
Yeah.
And I don't like being like that.
Yeah. It sounds like you hold it really close to your heart, like just, making sure that your daughter has, the father that he needs that you weren't able to have. Is that what you're feeling?
Yeah. And, I hate to see him suffer, especially, for something he didn't do, and then being a possibility that he might lose 10 years of his life.
Yeah.
Over something that he didn't do. You know, I mean, I don't know the whole situation, but from what he's told me, you know, even some of the evidence has been tampered with. And he's like, you know, he doesn't understand why they haven't even just thrown it out yet.
When you say tampered with, what do you mean?
Well, there's an eyewitness that witnessed him. I mean, he's not real tall, but you know, he's average height for a man, and he's very skinny. He's a very petite guy. I mean, he's strong, don't get me wrong, but this eyewitness supposedly saw him broad daylight go into this lady's house and take a big flat screen TV, guns and other things in one trip by himself.
Goodness.
And I'm like, that's a little far out there for him. I mean, he is strong, but that's a lot to carry by yourself. And from what I understand, I witnessed somebody, I don't know if I have it right exactly, but from what I understand, before he saw him in the lineup, he seen him he was shown him on Facebook before. So I guess it's kind of like, you know, seeing somebody on Facebook, you know, you've recognized that familiar face, so you automatically assume that it's, you know, that
kind of links that together.
Yeah. So, and there's just been some other things going on with it that just don't really correlate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this don't sound right. You know,
yeah, it doesn't sound like things are matching up.
Not at all. And he's got a 9 people strong alibi, you know, that witnessed him working the day that this occurred, and you know, he's taken a lie detector test, passing with flying colors. I mean, I don't see why they're still pushing it. You know, and I don't know what they're trying to do. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. You know, and what I'm getting from what you're saying is that, you know, not only is it affecting him, but, you know, possibly the family that you're about to have, and, you know, things just don't seem to be adding up as far as this case goes, and so that's added a bit of frustration for you and him, and
a lot for him.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him a lot lately get easily tempered, and I know that it's because of this. I mean, he's even said it, but I think it's just starting to get to him really bad. He's like stressing him out. And right now he's working at McDonald's, and he's like, you know, he's used to doing like construction jobs and things that pay better, and he's like, look at me, I'm just, you know, he's feeling very low, and he's getting down on himself so much. He's like, you know, what do I have to offer you? You know, all I'm doing right now is working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, at least you're working.
Yeah.
Because I was surprised he even got a job doing that, just because, you know, that's a big thing, even pending on your record. And to these jobs, they pretty much take it as you're already convicted. You know?
I mean, I'm sure it's an extremely difficult situation, and I can see the toll it's taken on you, and, you know, and on him. So I think it's really good of you to have, you know, to be able to offer him that support system, because, you know, at this point in his life, when he's, you know, really worried about this trial and things are just starting to pile up and just kind of bring him down, you know, I'm sure it means a lot to him that you know, like, you're there for him, to listen to him and just kind of give him that extra push and, you know, a little bit of hope that things will get better for him.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tough, especially, you know, never going through something like that, and I'm like, how do you deal with that, you know? And I think it's so hard for him now because he has a baby on the way, and he was so happy. But it's killing him just to think about, you know, the fact that he might not be there in our life. Yeah. And it breaks my heart. It really does. And I don't know what to do, but, you know, just to hope for the best. serve time for things they haven't done, and it's unfortunate, and I hope he doesn't go through that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think one of the hardest things is just kind of having a situation where you feel like you don't have control over it, and that it's kind of not, it's not in his hands, it's not in your hands. So, at the end of the day, it's just really important that you have each other to kind of, push you through the day and kind of, help give that hope that, things will change. And, unfortunately, sometimes there's not, a definite answer. There's nothing, nothing kind of, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's just important that you're there for him. And, how do you feel like that? Do you feel like that's helped, just like you being there for him?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. Because, I know it has helped because it's like, he's like, me and, the baby that isn't quite here yet is all that matters to him. And,
Mm-hmm.
We talk all the time. And, I don't try to bring it up too much, to, make it weigh on his mind any more than it already is.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to, be positive about it, and because he's so, I would be too if I was in his shoes. I'd be very negative if I were him.
Mm-hmm.
And he is very negative because he thinks he doesn't, he's just like, he doesn't think it's going to go the way it should.
Yeah.
And I just try to be like, don't worry about it so much, things will work out.
Mm-hmm.
You have so much on your, behind you, as far as the alibis and the lie detector test and things of that sort. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it'll work out. Just
Yeah.
don't stress about it.
Yeah. And I hope that, I hope that you, just being, offering him the support that he needs to just kind of say, hey, like, these are the things that are working in your favor. Just be hopeful that these are the things that are going to allow you to be free, and just to give him that reassurance that at the end of the day that you're going to support him, and that, regardless of the situation, that you're going to be there for him. And, I think that you're on the right track. Again, the situation isn't entirely in your hands, so just being that person for him that he can go to and kind of vent to, I'm sure really means a lot to him. And what, do you have any other, feelings that you want to discuss with me? How are you feeling at the moment?
I'm feeling a little better.
You just kind of,
talking about it
Mm-hmm.
on my part, I guess, and showing being able to vent my stress about it, I
Yeah.
guess, is helping me to better cope with it.
Yeah.
And it does make me feel better to talk to somebody about it, because I don't want to sit here and talk to him and be like,
Mm-hmm.
feeling down and out about it, because I feel like I got to be strong for him.
Mm-hmm.
So it does make me feel a lot better.
Good.
To talk to someone else.
Yeah,
about it.
it's definitely good because you don't want to bring that stress back on him. That you can kind of vent that to someone outside of the situation. That helps sometimes. So what I would like to do is I'd like to have you come back in another week and just kind of just let me know like what you feel, how you feel like you've handled the situation, if you feel like you've offered him, the support that he needs, and if you have that support system that you need, that's also very important. And just, you're more than welcome to just come in and share with me how you're feeling just to get it off of your chest, if that's what you need to do.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today, Crystal.
Thank you.